Caitlin Havens behind the dish. She takes up and away for ball one. Havens batting .254 this season. Kind of bringing that underdog mentality. They made it deep.
Yeah, they had an excellent run last year in the playoffs, winning the CIF San Diego section and then advancing to state before they were at a loss here in Holtville. But it was an excellent season for Melissa. She's done a great job with the Vikings program. And I believe a lot of those core players are back from last year, so she's doing an outstanding job in her first league game today.
And thank you to all of you joining us. We are sorry for the technical difficulties. That one ripped it short. Play made a shortstop, flipped on the first for an inning-ending double play. Brawley gets out of a jam. Holtville, though, tacking on 2 runs in the top of the first inning. A couple of hits. They came out swinging. Holtville leads it 2-0 at the end of the top half of the first. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. You are watching the Valley Sports Network. From Brawley, we'll be right back.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
It's a beautiful and breezy night here in the northern part of Imperial County, and it's a fitting night for a primetime game in softball, part of the Imperial Valley League season opener. And it's the Brawley Wildcats hosting the Holtville Vikings in this one. A lot on the line. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Cole Johnson alongside Sandy Nugent. And, you know, the first inning got off to a hot start. Holtville coming out swinging at 2 runs. We apologize for the technical difficulties to get started a bit late here, but a lot on the line here. Both of these teams, Sandy, have got their chance to play through their season, 20-plus games in, but this is where it really matters, coming down to the final Imperial Valley League schedule here.
Right. Both teams are very well coached. They're very well disciplined, and as we can tell, Holtville came out swinging being very selective with their pitches, and even towards the latter part, they were going after that first pitch, and so they're very aggressive at the plate, and I think that's something that we're going to see with the Brawley Wildcats as well.
So Brawley coming up here in the bottom half of the first in a little bit of a hole here, 2-0. Holtville came out swinging in the top half of the first inning. A leadoff single by Cameron Walker, and the floodgates kind of open. You had some help with an error as well, but 2 runs came in. Luckily, it was Dylan Baker getting Sophie Irangare to bounce into a double play to end the inning, but leading off right away in the bottom of the first, there's Abby Ruiz with a leadoff single.
Right, that's exactly what we were kind of looking for, with both teams being very aggressive at the plate, going after that first pitch, and they're going to get to use to these pitchers and see their repertoire of what they have and the speeds that they're adjusting, and I think both teams are off to an awesome start and getting base runners on board.
Yeah, Abby Ruiz came into tonight with a .391 clip, and that's going to help that out with the leadoff single, as that brings up Isabella Yescas. Isabella, actually a freshman, talking to Coach Kevin Kearns, really stepped up in a role as the second baseman this season so far for the Wildcats. That one in there for a strike. On the mound for Holtville, Callie Strom, the junior. She played a huge part in the Vikings' deep run last year. Just a sophomore, but she took over a lot of the innings. Coach Melissa Snyder telling me she really stepped up, took over there at the late part of the season. That helped them get to that run they did there in the circle.
Yeah, Strom is a little lefty, throws hard, mixes up her pitches well, mixes up her speeds well, inside, outside. You're not going to get nothing super fat down the middle, but as these Brawley Wildcats are at the plate, they're looking to pick their pitch to come around on.
So Yescas in the 1-2 hole here, rips that to the right side and through for a base hit. And next knocked down there over in right field by Melissa Lopez, and gets it in quickly. So the runners move up 60 feet, and Brawley now with 2 on, nobody out there, threatening early. Nice piece of hitting there by Yescas, going the other way with it, taking that pitch on the outer half to the opposite field, and that brings up Tamara Carranza, excuse me. That one chopped to third, stepping on the bag as Irangare throws across the diamond for the 5 unassisted 3 double play and a quick 2 outs.
Nice defensive play by the third baseman for the Vikings. Still got a runner on second, 2 outs.
So Yescas moves up to second in scoring position. Now 2 outs, and that brings up Ali Tapia.
Nice pitch by Strom. You want to come in there and try to get ahead of the batter at the plate.
Tapia batting .368 this year. She's a senior. Really bringing that senior leadership behind the dish. Kevin Kearns tells me she lifts that one high in the air to center field, coming on to make the play. Kenzie Toth, and Holtville gets out of the inning unscathed after a couple of leadoff hits from Cameron Walker and from Abby Ruiz and Isabella Yescas. Nothing doing for Brawley. We head to the top of the second inning. Holtville with a 2-0 lead. You are watching the Valley Sports Network here with Imperial Valley softball action. We'll be right back. So we welcome back here to this one, Bob Farrell Sports Complex in Brawley. It's about 85 degrees. Good breeze out here. Feels pretty nice though, 12-mile-per-hour winds. Well, this game brought to you by Ojeda Industries, hydraulic service and repair, hoses, hose fittings and adapters, hoses up to 2 inches in stock, bearings and seals, tillage and trailer parts. Also, Reach Air Medical Services. We live by our mission. In every situation, do what is right for the patient. We provide emergency services, patient relocation services, and search and rescue missions via air and ground transports as part of the Global Medical Response family. So we pick it up here in the top of the second inning. Holtville trying to add on to their 2-0 lead. They picked up those 2 in the top of the first. Thank you for joining us here on the Valley Sports Network. Cole Johnson and Sandy Nugent. But a big Imperial Valley League game here, as we mentioned. This kicks off Imperial Valley League play. Both teams playing 20-plus games. Brawley 15-6 on the year. Holtville 13-7, but this is where it really matters, trying to get the Imperial Valley League crown, trying to clinch a spot in the postseason. Sandy, it's important to start off hot. Last night, Central took the 3-0 win over Southwest to get their Imperial Valley League schedule started off. So it's important for both of these teams to start 1-0 here.
Right, I had the opportunity to watch that game last night, and both teams came out well. They were very well matched. I think Southwest scored all their runs in 1 inning. A little bit of defensive miscues there, but I think both teams look good, competitive, and I think it's going to be a tight Imperial Valley League this year.
Yeah, and I remember this season a little bit different. They split the Imperial Valley League up into 2. So now you have, in this one, you have Brawley and in Holtville, Central and Southwest, and then on the other side you have Calexico, Imperial, Calipatria, and Palo Verde. So a little bit of different look this season.
Right. It's not the old Imperial Valley League that they've had in the past, but I think you've got them matched up pretty well. The leagues look well balanced, and I think it's going to be an interesting season for both leagues.
Yeah, Coach Kevin Kearns of Brawley tells me it's really not much of a different preparation for that. Just kind of still go out and win some softball games. That's a little soft liner, and it lands right into the glove of Abby Ruiz for the first out. So Annalise Gutierrez is down for the first out.
Right, both these coaches are going to prepare their team for any kind of opponent, and they've shown that in the past with their records when they play against teams in Arizona, when they play against teams in San Diego. So it doesn't matter what the league looks like, they're going to have both these squads ready to play.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a different look because now you have a kind of a 3-week battle here with just 3 teams. So each team's going to play the other 3 teams twice. And in past years would have been elongated a little bit more with more teams you have to play, but more of a little jolt here. These teams are going to be able to see each other more than once, so this is a big first one. And stepping into the box is Addison Klun, the designated player for the Vikings. Klun just batting 105 this season, trying to get something rolling here. Only 2 hits and 19 at-bats. But getting the nod tonight. See if she can get something started here with Holtville. 1 out, nobody on base. Well, with Dylan Baker on the mound, she's the go-to for the Wildcats, 12-4. On the season, she has 11 complete games in her 14 starts.
She's doing a great job of keeping the Holtville batters off balance this inning. She's mixing up her pitches, the velocity. She's throwing some off speed, a little bit of changeup. So she's doing a great job of trying to keep them off balance. And so far, so good with the start of this second inning.
Yeah, definitely looks a lot more comfortable in there. Had to settle down that first inning. Yeah, maybe a little of a shell shock with Holtville coming out and swinging on the first pitch. Their first 4 batters. Addison Klun fouled that last pitch off. It's now 1-2. That's looking.
Nice pitch. She's definitely keeping them off balance, a little inside curve, and it's a good job. Nice pitch.
So she gets Klun down looking for the second out, and that brings up right fielder Melissa Lopez. But Baker, just a 2.83 ERA. This season, she's won 75% of her starts. on the mound. She's good for more than a third of the wins for Brawley this season.
You know, and now Holtville is back to maybe attacking that first pitch because they want to go after the first pitch and not let the pitcher for Brawley kind of throw her pitch at them. So I think it's a nice battle what we're seeing tonight.
A lot of ball left. Holtville came out hot in the first inning, but now Baker looking to settle down a little bit. A lot of key players on this team for Kevin Kearns, who is very familiar with the Imperial Valley League, as that one's chopped back and fouled. Coach Kevin Kearns now in his 6th year at Brawley, but he actually spent 10 years at Holtville back in his 22-year career coaching softball. He spent 5 years as the assistant, 5 years as the head coach. Then he went on and was 6 years as the head coach at Southwest before coming here to Brawley. So he knows a lot about this league.
Right, he sure does, and it shows tonight with his players doing a great job. That was another nice pitch, strikeout, 2 strikeouts this inning, and I think you're right. She has settled in a little bit and really mixing her pitches up well.
Yeah, Baker gets Lopez down swinging. That's it, a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Brawley in the 2-0 hole, trying to get back in this one. You're watching the Valley Sports Network here from Brawley.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Havens & Sons Trucking Incorporated. Havens & Sons has the largest selection of landscape materials in the Imperial Valley, from dirt, decorative rock to boulders. Stop by and browse our retail rock yard, 603 East Main Street in El Centro. We pick it up in the bottom of the second here from Bob Farrell Sports Complex in Brawley, here on the northern side of Imperial County. Big game tonight. The opener for both of these teams in the Imperial Valley League. We touched on it last inning. A little race to the finish here for all these teams. But Holtville coming in hot, and it's kind of something that Melissa Snyder touched on with me, Sandy, is that they're coming in with that underdog mentality. They like to rise to the occasion. She says this team refuses to lose. She has a group of girls that refuses to lose. That's what kind of got them so far last year. That one's chopped to short. On to first, making the play there for the 6-3 putout is Cameron Walker, and that retires Brianna Sandoval for the first out.
Yeah, Melissa Snyder, when I was back in the day when I was still coaching at Central, she was just coming in as a pitcher at Southwest her freshman year, and she has definitely made that transition from being an excellent student athlete to being an excellent coach. And she's doing a great job with these young ladies, and that mentality, and you coming in and you don't want to lose, and she had that as a player as well. And it's definitely nice to see that as a coach and how she gets that information out to her players as well.
That one ripped to third, but making the play and thrown on to first in the hot corner. Sophie Urangare, she's made a couple of nice plays here so far, and 2 quick outs.
Yeah, I think that's 2 outs on 2 pitches, so that's always a good job for the pitcher. She's moving around a little bit, but Brawley's aggressive at the plate, and they're trying to get the pitch that they want before the pitcher has an opportunity to kind of mix the ball up a little bit. So very aggressive. Both teams very aggressive at the plate.
And that brings up Caitlin Padilla, the left fielder for the Wildcats, and she takes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike. And Melissa Snyder, now in her 5th season at Holtville as the head coach. She came from Calipatria. And she tells me she's seen this program grow more than she expected. Buying in tradition. That one chopped to third, and this could be a 1-2-3 inning on just 4 pitches from Callie Strom, doing work as he has the Wildcats shut out here through 2 innings. We got a 2-0 ball game from Brawley, a quick one. We'll be right back here from Bob Farrell Field. You're watching Valley Sports Network. We have a 2-0 ball game here in Brawley between the Wildcats and the visiting Holtville Vikings, who came out hot on the top of the first. That's where we stand right now. Dylan Baker on the mound for the Wildcats and leading us off here in the top of the third, back to the top of the order. And Cameron Walker. Original Town Pump, the Original Town Pump Steakhouse, Family Steakhouse, open Tuesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30 p.m., located at 200 West Main Street in Westmoreland. So Dylan Baker, pretty clean second inning. She comes back out here, settled in, and that one just misses outside for ball 1. Walker led off this game before we could even take a breath. Went at the first pitch and lined it into center field for a leadoff single. She came around to score a couple batters later.
Yeah, Dylan's doing a great job. She's using that fastball a little bit more this inning. You know, she's doing well. She's mixing it up. She's not giving them anything bat down the middle, but the Holtville batters are taking nice cuts at them, nice foul balls coming through. There's an attempted bunt, a little bit high.
So that one's fouled off, and we now have a 1-2 count. Walker was part of the team for Holtville that made that run last year to the title game in the CIF. This is a team that lost several big players, but there's Cameron Walker, another base hit down the line, chugging for 2. She's in there standing up with a leadoff double.
Great job. Nice hit down the left field line and being aggressive on the bases. She just went ahead and continued all the way to second without even taking a look. And very aggressive way to be smart on the bases. She did a good job.
So that brings up Kenzie Toth, the center fielder. She laid a bunt down in the top of the first, and the ball got thrown away, and that's what kind of led to the 2 runs that Holtville put up in the first inning. And she's going to lay another one down. This time it's fielded by Baker. She fires to first for the first out, but getting the job done is Toth as that moves Walker on over to third to bring up Callie Strum in the 3-hole.
Great job by Melissa going to the short game, moving that runner over to third, sacrificing the out. So now you have a runner on third and 1 out.
And you bring up a pretty good batter in Callie Strum. Strum batting .397 coming into tonight, and she had an RBI sacrifice fly to center field in her first at bat. Could have put a good piece on it.
Now Dylan comes in with that first strike, very important. Got that runner on third, but she's keeping the ball down. Just a little bit low on that one. She's doing a good job though, keeping that ball down. She doesn't want anything, doesn't want a long fly ball to get that runner to score. She's doing a good job. She wants the ball, hopefully hit into the infield where they can hold that runner and make a play at first.
Got a 1-1 count. The pitch laid down, a little suicide squeeze. Scoring is Walker. A little RBI action, doing it unconventional way. Holtville takes a 3-0 lead.
It's a nice play by Coach. Sometimes I keep calling her Lerno. She's still Melissa Lerno to me. Great job in getting that run in there, because in softball you want to manufacture any kind of runs that you can, and she's got 3 on the board right now, and an excellent offensive play by the Holtville Vikings.
So Cameron Walker, the catalyst here so far for Holtville. She 2 hits, 2 runs scored, giving Holtville his 3-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. A little small ball there from Holtville to get that 3rd run, and that one ripped Hot shot right back to Baker, the nice glove. And that'll do it. That's the third out of the inning, but not before Holtville tacks on another run at the end of 2.5. It's Holtville leading Brawley here on the road, 3-0. You're watching the Valley Sports Network. We'll be right back for the bottom half.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy-saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
We have a 3-0 ball game here from Bob Farrell Sports Complex in Brawley. And it's the Holtville Vikings on the road with a 3-0 lead here early. The Wildcats coming up here in a little bit of a hole, but I think we've seen so far in this game, Sandy, you see how competitive this Imperial Valley League is. It's something that Coach Kevin Kearns told me for Brawley. You know, every year it's a competitive battle. All the teams up and down can beat everyone. There's no real specific rivalries anymore. It's kind of just across the board. Every night, every game is a big one.
Right, exactly. They're going to play hard, whoever their opponent is. And they've seen some of these girls might play together in other leagues and things, but they're doing a great job, and it's a tight game. It's just still very early in the game. We're at the bottom of the third, where most of the batters have already seen the pitchers once, so they've seen her around. They've been looking at her for about an hour now, so they're trying to see little things that she does, what her routine is, and just trying to be a little bit more aggressive at the plate, like they can be. But they're being very selective on their pitches.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Strom to Jaden Lawson. That one chopped to second. Down fielding it, and on to first for the out is Brooke Strom for the first out of the inning.
Both pitchers are doing an excellent job with keeping the ball down. I don't even think we have a walk in the game yet, so we had a couple of strikeouts. So they're controlling the game as best as they can. They're doing a good job in making sure when the ball does get in play, it's not a super hard hit, and they can make a play on it.
And a good job on the infield on both sides as well, making the plays that they need to. Sound defense so far, especially on Holtville's side. We did have that error from Brawley, a throwaway in the top of the first. That kind of proved to be the catalyst in a 2-run inning, but Holtville's been pretty sound on defense. Strom doing a good job on the bump. Here's Charisma Aguilar at the plate. A 1-0 count, she missed on the first one. That one swung on and missed, a high heat upstairs.
There we go, nice foul ball. She's coming in a little bit more contact with the pitch.
Charisma Aguilar, key player with the bat so far for Brawley this year. Batting .267, she's driven in 11 runs as well. That's good for, tied for third on the team in that category. She got a in the hole 1-2 count. The pitch from Strom, that's outside. We're even up at 2-2.
Good job, 2-2. We want to get Brawley's trying to get a runner on so we can get some action here in the bottom of the third inning. They're looking at the pitchers well. Big pitch coming up right here.
Here's the 2-2 from Strom. That one lined, and it's in there for a base hit in the left field, just over the reaching shortstop. And Cameron Walker there, so a little Nice piece of hitting there with 1 out, and the Wildcats might have something brewing here in the third.
That's right, we've got a runner on first and 1 out.
And that sends us back up to the top of the order, and Abby Ruiz. That one chopped to third, backhanded, fielded, and they get 1 there at second. It's going to be a fielder's choice, but a nice play over there by Sophie Urangare again. She's made some pretty nice plays with her glove over there in the hot corner.
Yeah, great defensive play by Sophie, making sure you're trying to get that lead runner off, and that's exactly what she did. So now we're in the situation where we have a runner on first and 2 outs for the Wildcats.
So Isabella Yaska steps in. She singled their first at bat. There's Urangare again, fielding it, making the play for the 5-3 put out. And that'll do it for the bottom of the third inning. Brawley still nothing doing. They had a couple of runners threatened, but nothing coming across. We have a 3-0 Holtville lead, and the bats coming back up in the top of the fourth. You're watching the Valley Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Holtville coming back up to bat here with a 3-0 lead in the top of the fourth in this Imperial Valley League showdown. The Brawley Wildcats and the Holtville Vikings. The IVL season opener.
We have Caitlin Havens up. First inning, she came out strong with a single.
And Dylan Baker back out there for Brawley. And that one hit right back to her. It's a second in a row. That's going right back into the glove of Baker, and she fires over the first for the first out, the 1-3 put out. But Dylan Baker, as we mentioned, came out top of the first inning. Holtville came out swinging, but she settled down here in the last couple of innings. She's a player that Coach Kern says has really been their workhorse. Whenever they need something, they put her out there on the circle, and she's done an incredible job so far this year.
Yeah, Baker looks excellent today. She's great leadership quality. She's very maintaining her composure on the mound. Here she comes back with a nice strike, getting ahead of the batters, and then she needs to keep doing that. She's doing a great job in keeping them off balance now.
That first pitch fired in for a strike on Sophie Urangare. That one that's in there for a strike as well.
Dylan's doing a great job. She's way ahead of the count. She's got 2 strikes on the batter.
Urangare now down 0-2 in the count. She's one of just a few Holtville players who has above a 300 batting average. That one lifted to deep right field, but camped under it. In right is Melissa Lopez. Well, excuse me, no, that's for Brawley. Out in right field, Charisma Aguilar for the second out.
She did a great job tracking that ball. A little bit of breeze, tried to pull that more towards the right side. She tracked it well, got underneath and made a great catch.
So a couple of quick ones for Dylan Baker, and outside of that top half of the first inning for Holtville, this game's been moving pretty quickly so far. You know, the pitchers being efficient, fielders being efficient out there, and it's moving pretty quickly. We got a good game here going on so far.
Exactly. Both teams are aggressive, making the plays when they need to. Just trying to manufacture a few more runs here.
That one lifted high in the air, but it's going to get out of play behind the backstop. And it's going to be 0-2 here on Annalise Gutierrez.
Once again, Baker's doing a good job. She was way ahead in the count. Now she can kind of play around with the batters and make her chase a ball that's not right down the strike zone, make the play that way.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Baker looking for a 1-2-3 inning. That just misses off the plate, a little down and away. Gutierrez at the plate, just batting 167 this year, only 8 hits in her 48 at bats, so trying to get to the double-digit mark. That one lifted in the left field, a little shallow, stepping on the grass and backing up to make the play is Tamara Carenza for the final out of the inning. Dylan Baker working another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Brawley still in the 3-0 hole. Looking to come back. Got to get the bats out. We go to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching the Valley Sports Network. Some Imperial Valley League softball action. Stick with us.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Welcome back here on Valley Sports Network. We welcome you in. And of course, thank you for joining us. Here from Bob Farrell Sports Complex, Brawley and Holtville. We got a 3-0 lead for the visiting Holtville Vikings in this one. Callie Strom pitching a shutout right now, and she's back out here for a 4th inning of work. And there's another ground ball and another play made by Cameron Walker for the first out.
You know, Strom's doing a good job of keeping these batters from Brawley off balance, but I think, you know, they're going to come around sooner or later. But that was a nice long hit to the shortstop, and she made an excellent play in fielding that and throwing Carranza out at first base. So we have nobody on and 1 out for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Tamara Carranza having a great season. She was the player of the year last year for Brawley. Batting .435 this season, but grounds that one into the grass. She's now 0 for 2, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, Allie Tapia. Tapia flew out to center field in her first at-bat back in the 1st inning. Batting .368 this year. She 21 hits, and she's driven in 14 runs, but no one out there on base here in this opportunity. She leads the team in runs batted in. Fouls that one off. It's now 1-1. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. Brawley looking to get something going. Sandy, this is a team that could pop off at any moment. These bats have a lot of life. You have a lot of great hitters up and down this lineup, so at any moment they could get something going, but Strom doing an incredible job.
She is doing an incredible job. We've got we're right in the middle of the Brawley Wildcats lineup, so they've all seen her at least once, and you know that was a nice changeup that she just threw at them, so she's definitely doing a great job in keeping them guessing at what's coming at them. But I know that the Brawley Wildcats are being selective at the plate. You know, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, so she's doing a good job.
Trying to keep them off balance. As Sandy mentioned, a lot of these Wildcats to ground the ball into the dirt. I mean, We look through the first 3 and the 3rd innings here. You have about 6 of the outs have been on the ground, all on the left side. That one lifted high in the air to left field, but camped under it.
You know, that ball, if the wind hadn't caught in that ball, you know, gotten underneath, that might have been over close to the fence. That should have got good contact on it, drove the ball hard, but just didn't get a little help from the wind for the Vikings on that play. So we got nobody on with 2 outs.
Yep, the wind coming in on that one. And it's actually kind of opposite of what happened when these 2 teams met just a couple of weeks ago. They both met in Las Vegas back on Saturday the 16th, and it's something Coach Melissa Snyder told me. Brawley hit 3 home runs in that game, and she said she's not going to take anything away from Brawley's hitters, but the wind definitely played a factor in that game. It helped them out too. So this time, though, we have the wind kind of coming in from about left center field here. That one chopped us short. Another 1-2-3 inning for Callie Strom, the 6-3 putout. 4 shutout innings for Strom. As we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning. We got a 3-0 Holtville lead, sticking to it, and they're coming back up with the bats out. You're watching the Valley Sports Network. Stick with us. We got the last 3 innings coming up.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Bob Farrell Sports Complex. We are here, Valley Sports Network. Thank you for joining us here for this Imperial Valley League matchup. We've got a 3-0 game, Holtville with the lead, and Cole Johnson here, Sandy Nugent alongside me. And Sandy, you coached softball for quite a long time in this league. That one ripped to right off the bat, but thrown to first, not in time. That's going to be a leadoff single.
Nice strong hit. Nice strong hit to the right side of the field. You got a runner on first, nobody out. Got the number 9 batter coming up for Holtville.
Yep, that was Addison Clun with the base hit there, making up for her backwards K back in the 2nd inning, and that brings up Melissa Lopez. But Sandy, you coached in this league for a long time. You were an AD at Central for a bit, so you've been around this league, and what's so special about it for you being a part of this? And you know a lot of the coaches, a lot of the players, a lot of family heritage moving around here. What was that like in your time there?
You know, the tradition of softball here in the Valley is very, very strong. Very strong, from in the north end all the way down to the Calexico area. It's always a very, I can say it now because I'm not the athletic director anymore, but definitely the spring season was always my favorite, and especially softball. I can watch softball all the time, and the quality of the game has gone so high. You've got athletes now that are signing on to go on play at the next level, and that you can attribute that to the coaches that they have here in the Valley. They care about the kids, care about the sport, and they want to do what's best for the kids to get them ready for that next level. And some of these kids are playing varsity as freshmen. And so you got 4, Coach Kearns has 4 years to work with these players. Same thing with Melissa Snyder. You get these young ladies that are hungry to learn, and they're like sponges getting the information from these coaches.
Yep. And if you look across the league, you have some homegrown, even coaches that kind of stick around the Valley or come back to the Valley and try to make their mark in these schools. What do you see from that? How does that play out, kind of?
I'm fortunate enough to coach Stephanie Niebla. She played for me when I came here back in '88, and now she's coaching at Southwest. You have Marisa Guzman Fusey, who's a coach at Central. She also played for me, so it's nice to see that you have that touch with these kids, and they want to come back and give back to the programs that they were successful at when they were high school athletes.
A lot of tradition here in the Imperial Valley, and that's what makes these games so big. And what I mentioned earlier, and Coach Kern saying every night's a big night, it seems like. Every single night, especially here in these next 3 weeks, crunch time for all these Imperial Valley League teams. That's why tonight's a big one. That's a backwards K. Nice pitch there.
Got runners at first and second. Oh, excuse me, runners on second.
Yeah, that was Melissa Lopez going down looking. So big pitch there for Dylan Baker, because after that wild pitch, Addison Clun was able to move on over to second in scoring position, but now a big out there, but we're back to the top of the order, and Cameron Walker, who's been all over it, zeroed in tonight. She's 2 for 2.
She's 2 for 2 with a single, and then she stretched that last single into a double, so she's aggressive at the plate and also aggressive at the on the bases. And she's got room to run. You got a runner at second.
Base hit could score a run. That's a rip through the left side and a base hit. Staying at third is Clun, but Walker now 3 for 3, and the Vikings with runners on the corners here with just 1 out.
Got a first and third situation with 1 out. You got speed on the bases.
Last time Holtville was in this spot with a runner on third, they laid a bunt down. And it was Kenzie Toth who's in right now. She laid a bunt down. She's showing bunt again, and she's going to pull back and take strike 1. They throw down to second. We'll see what happens here. Walker's kind of playing pickle here. They throw it away, and that's exactly what she was looking for. Clun scores from third. Walker coming all the way around to score, playing chicken with the Brawley Wildcats, and it's now a 5-0 Holtville lead here in the 5th. Wow. Cameron Walker just making things happen on the base path there, Sandy.
Yeah, that was interesting. You know, she cleared the base pass. Now we've got 1 down, runner at the plate, and nobody on.
So what did you see there? You see Cameron Walker kind of take off, try to make something happen. What should have Brawley done there in that situation?
Cameron did her job in trying to distract the runner, you know, the defensive player for Brawley, to make a play on her and allow the runner from third to go in home. She took her time. She kept on advancing because she cannot stop between first and second base. And it was just a miscue and the bad throw that allowed her to score, the runner at third to score, and then long for Cameron to go in because she's very quick on the bases.
That one's fouled off. Kenzie Toth still in there in that left-hand batter's box. But as a coach, if you're out there coaching, do you tell them to just hold on to the ball there? Do you let Cameron take second because you have that runner on third?
Right. You want to, at this point in the game, you want to protect the runs to the plate. You don't want to allow any runs to score if you go ahead and let that runner give her second base. But if you can make a quick play under, then you get the out and then look for third. It just was unfortunate with the play. But Brawley defense was doing the right thing and trying to keep her from advancing to second and still keeping that eye on that runner at third. But it was the little bit of high throw that got away from the shortstop that allowed those 2 runs to score.
That one's a base hit. And to keep the inning going, Kenzie Toth rips one in the left center field for a base hit and the 1-2 count. And now Holtville now with a runner on here with 1 out, trying to add on to this lead, 5-0.
Right. They're not pounding the ball super hard. They're hitting excellent pitches. They're waiting for that good pitch to come in. Now they've got a runner on first and 1 out.
And that brings up Kaylee Strum. She is actually 0 for 0. 2 sacrifices in this one. She has a sac fly RBI and a fly ball to center. She laid down a sacrifice bunt in her last at bat. That one grounded to second. Gonna try to turn 2 here. And they do. The 4-6-3 double play. The second double play turn by Brawley to get out of an inning in this one. But not before, as they stop the bleeding, Holtville brings in 2 more runs on an error. This game 5-0. Vikings coming in strong on the road. Wildcats need to get the bats out. To the bottom of the 5th we go. You're watching the Valley Sports Network. The bats got to come out here for the Brawley Wildcats as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Only 9 more outs for Brawley here in this one. Holtville tacking on 2 runs there. Playing a little small ball, doing something on the base path there, and Brawley kind of throwing the ball away. But as we mentioned, Sandy, Brawley can get the bats out at any moment. This game's far from over.
Far from over. They've seen her. They've seen her on the mound. They've seen what she can do. They've seen her best pitch. Both pitchers tonight have excellent control. We haven't had a single walk. They're doing well at keeping the ball down. They're mixing it up a little bit. Both pitchers are changing the velocity of the ball, the location. Catchers are doing a great job behind the plate, and it's time to open the game up a little bit. Holtville's doing an excellent job coming out, starting the bottom of the 5th inning with a 5-0 lead.
Jocelyn Yabense leading off for Brawley, trying to get something going. Callie Strom, 4 shutout innings to this point, trying to keep that rolling for the Vikings to hold on to this 5-0 lead, and that's a ball 1 low there. Located at 1470 State Street in El Centro, Driscoll's Surf and Skate is a local surf and skate shop, bringing the hottest attire to the Valley, as well as offering in-house embroidery, silkscreen, screen printing, and more. Visit Driscoll's Surf and Skate. That one chopped to third. Another backhand and another play made, but the throw off target this time. Sophie Urungare has had a great night at third, but that one off target. That's an E5, and Brawley has a leadoff base runner.
Right, with a runner on first and nobody out. It's the first defensive miscue that the third baseman has had for Holtville. She's been excellent so far.
We'll see if that's something that can spark Brawley here. All it takes is one play to spark something, and that brings up Caitlin Padilla. As that pitch is in there for a strike from the arm of Strom. Padilla is 0 for 1. She grounded out to short back in the 2nd inning.
You know, Strom is doing an excellent job keeping the pitches down. You know, when they played in Vegas that you mentioned earlier, there was a lot of long balls that were going out. And maybe, you know, she did her homework and did her research on that, and definitely is keeping the ball down, but they're in the strike zone as well.
Yep. Yeah, big statement game for Holtville here, especially on the road to open up Imperial Valley League play. They just lost to Brawley 2 weeks ago. So you come back here on their home field, and it's something that Coach Melissa Snyder is really talking about. She said the question to me, their mentality this year has been, why not us? Why can't we be on the field with some of these bigger teams? She said, you know, when you look at these other schools in the Imperial Valley League, Holtville kind of on the smaller side of it. Even smaller players, if you look at stature and size, their mentality's been, why not us? And they're really showing that here tonight.
They're definitely showing that with the 5-0 lead going in the 5th inning.
That one chopped foul off the bat of Padilla, staying alive here. It's going to be 1-2 again. Holtville returning 5 starters in the infield from their deep run in the CIF playoffs last year. They had 3 big starters that graduated, 1 that's not playing this year. So we have a situation over coming off of first base is Jocelyn Yabense.
Are they making a change in the runners or equipment situation?
Looks like she got something for her from here. Looks like we got something from her for her arm, maybe an elbow pad when she slid back into first there. Having a conversation with the home plate umpire, but she's back on over at the bag at first and ready to go. Rub some dirt on it, as they say. And we're back and ready to roll. 1-2 count here. Caitlin Padilla at the dish. Kaylee Strom looking to sit her down. Here's the pitch, just misses outside, and we're even at 2-2.
Nice pitch. Nice discipline by the Brawley. About a little bit outside on that pitch. A lot of velocity on that. Strom's coming a little strong, a little bit more heat.
Here's the 2-2. cut on and fouled back. A nice at bat here, a battle from Caitlin Padilla. She's fouled off a few pitches here.
Caitlin's right on it. She's looking for that one pitch. She's got to protect the plate now with 2 strikes.
Strom has been phenomenal so far in the circle. A 3-hit shutout to this point. The base runner, Ubense, reached on an error, and she gets the strikeout there. Padilla swings through it, chases it out of the zone for a first out.
That's right. Great job setting up that pitch, going a little bit on the outside. Strom's doing an excellent job. She comes back with the heat, and then she throws that changeup and that off-speed pitch, and she's still keeping the ball down low, which is good. But now we've got 1 out with the runner on second.
So see if Brawley can spark something. They're given a little bit of a gift to lead off the inning with the error on the throwing error from the third baseman, Youngere, who's had an incredible night. We could have 2. Walker on the second, on the first double play. Holtville gets out of another jam.
Great defensive play by Holtville. Very close at first base, double play. How many double plays have we had tonight? Been quite a few.
It's about 4. I think that's probably the 4th double play, 2 on each side. But it's Holtville getting the big one here as Strom leaves the circle. 5 shutout innings. Holtville with a 5-0 lead here from the Bob Farrell Sports Complex. Got Imperial Valley League softball on a beautiful night, prime time. You're watching the Valley Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
We're back here in a first pitch swinging from Brooke Strom here to lead off the top of the 6th for the Vikings. Not enough, though, coming in to make the play from center field. Jocelyn Ubense for the first out of the inning. So big out there for Dylan Baker to get that first out. Try to get through this inning because really you don't want to give up any more runs here. You're already down 5. You got only 6 outs to work with on the offensive side.
Right. You want to be tough on defense. It all starts with the pitcher. Nice pitch there.
That one fouled off down the left field line off the bat of Caitlin Havens. Havens is 1 for 2. She singled in the first inning and grounded out right back to Baker in the 4th inning. That one lifted up in the air right back to Baker, who was under it for the second out of the inning. A couple balls right back to Baker in this one. So 2 quick outs. That's going to bring up Sophie Urungare.
Third baseman Sophie's had a great job defensively. She's at the plate with nobody on and 2 outs for the Holtville Vikings.
Yeah, she's 0 for 2. She grounded into a double play in the first inning. Flew out to right field in the 4th inning. But a real just great atmosphere here tonight, Sandy. You know, a great night. Love the energy. Now, that's a quick inning from Dylan Baker on the mound. A little frustration for Urungare as she flies out to center field. Camped under it was Jocelyn Ubense. So a 1-2-3 inning for Dylan Baker. But now the offense needs to do something. The Brawley Wildcats coming back to bat. Bottom of the 6th, we got a 5-0 game. Holtville in the driver's seat, trying to close the door. You're watching the Valley Sports Network. Stick with us.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Bottom of the 6th, we go on a beautiful night. Prime time, Imperial Valley League softball. The first ever softball broadcast for the Valley Sports Network, so we thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday night. That one chopped to third. Urankere on the play again. What a night defensively. One quick out already.
Got one down. Brawley's chasing 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. We got the leadoff hitter up. We need to get some base runners for the Wildcats.
Abby Ruiz steps in. She led off with a single in the first inning, but got stranded. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. She's got to get something going here at the top of the order for the Wildcats. Callie Strom with a great pitching so far. That one lifted to right, but camped under it for a quick out. Number 2 is Melissa Lopez.
You know, once again, Strom's doing a great job. She's got 2 outs and has only thrown 2 pitches this inning.
And that leaves it up to Isabella Yescas, the freshman second baseman, stepped into a big role this year. She's 1 for 2. Sun Community Federal Credit Union is the largest credit union headquartered in Imperial County, serving Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Visit Sun Community Federal Credit Union as Yescas takes a strike from Strom. Strom now just 1 out away from 6 shutout innings, has only allowed 3 hits to this point. Letterman and Bros Custom Embroidery, specializing in high school Letterman jackets. Visit Letterman and Bros for all you Imperial Valley League seniors. That one ripped down the line and just foul.
Just missed the left field line.
Would have been a big hit there for Yescas, trying to get maybe a 2-out rally going here for the Wildcats.
All right, she needs to protect the plate now. She's got 2 strikes on her with 2 outs.
Two outs, nobody on. Yescas at the plate. Strom looking for another shutout inning. Lifted, shallow, right, under it. The second baseman, Brooke Strom. 6 shutout innings for Callie Strom. Holtville holding on to a 5-0 lead. Time running out for Brawley. Holtville trying to get some insurance runs coming up in the top of the 7th. You're watching the Valley Sports Network from Bob Farrell Sports Complex.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
You are watching the first softball broadcast of the year here on Valley Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. Top of the 7th, leading off Annalise Gutierrez. The throw is made in time. A nice play by Abby Ruiz coming on and making the running play. And a quick out, number 1, kind of the theme of this game so far, Sandy.
Exactly. That was a great pitch. Third baseman got a good jump on the ball. It was a little dribbler. Picked it up, made an excellent throw to first base for that first out of the inning. So we've got a runner on, no runners on, 1 out.
Yeah, quick moving game. A beautiful night here in Brawley. Only an hour and 10 minutes in. That one lifted the right, and we got 2 quick outs off the bat of Addison Klun. And coming on to make the play in right field, Charisma Aguilar.
Got 2 pitches and 2 outs. These pitchers are doing an excellent job. They're mixing the speed of the Strom threw a changeup to the batter the last half of that inning after throwing 3 or 4 fastballs. But both pitchers are doing well, keeping the ball down and throwing the least amount of pitches because these batters are aggressive at the plate and going after that first strike.
Now in a game like this, as Melissa Lopez takes a strike 1, and do you kind of adjust midway through the game when you're coaching and let them tell them be a little more patient, or what's your approach at this point?
They could be a little bit more patient because I think both pitchers now are coming in. Their first pitch to the batter is a strike. And I think they're kind of seeing that, but then once they get that first strike, then they start kind of mixing it up a little bit. So if you know that first pitch is coming in there, and both these teams are doing it, they're attacking that first pitch because it's been right down the middle.
No, it looks like a check swing, and the home plate umpire says Melissa Lopez went around, so now we have a 1-2 count, and Dylan Baker's 1 strike away from a quick 1-2-3 inning. Doing what she can in the circle to give her team a chance in the bottom half of the 7th. That one lifted the left, a little bluebird on the foul territory, but just off the glove of Abby Ruiz. She had a play on it.
She definitely got over there very quickly, just couldn't quite stretch it out, but she got her glove on it. So you still got 2 strikes at the plate with 2 outs and no runners on for the Vikings.
Baker looking to get out of the inning, and she does. A drop third strike. They got to fire it down to first, and they do. Baker doing her job. She gets Lopez down swinging for the 3rd time tonight. Holtville still holding on to a 5-0 lead. Last at bats for Brawley. Can they get a little rally going with them? A rally in their bones in the 7th inning. Strom trying to close it out. Stick with us. Valley Sports Network, bottom of the 7th, coming up. Bottom of the 7th we go. Last at bat for the Brawley Wildcats, the 15-6 Wildcats against the 13-7 Holtville Vikings. The Vikings came out hot, picked up 2 runs in the top of the 1st. An error helped them along the way. Actually, only 6 hits for Holtville. 3 of them came in the 1st inning. For Brawley, only 3 hits against Callie Strom, the lefty out there on the mound. The junior has been stellar tonight here in the opening game of the Imperial Valley League for both of these teams. Last night it opened up with Central and Southwest. Central getting the 3-0 win in that one, a pitcher's duel. This one moving pretty quickly. We've had a good night here, great atmosphere here on our first night, Valley Sports Network on a softball broadcast. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com /VSN Valley Sports Network. Follow us on Instagram at Valley Sports Network. Follow us on Facebook at Valley Sports Network and Twitter at Valley Sports Network. As Callie Strom coming right out of the gate here in the 7th with a strike.
Once again, she's getting ahead of the batters.
Tamara Carranza in at the dish here, leading it off. She is 0 for 2 in this one. Lifts that one down the left field line. That is going to be just foul. And Brawley's had a couple of those.
Just foul, a little bit ahead of the pitch. Now she's got to protect the plate. Now she's got 2 strikes on her. Bottom of the 7th inning. Holtville is ahead by 5. Nobody on for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Strom hasn't really brought that strikeout pitch much tonight. Only 1 strikeout to this point, just getting a lot of balls on the ground, as Sandy has mentioned a lot tonight. Right. That one fouled back off the screen to keep it at 0-2.
She's definitely doing a good job keeping the ball down, keeping the batters a little bit off balance.
So Carranza, big at bat here. A leadoff base runner would be essential for the Wildcats here. 5 runs to make up. Holtville only needs 3 outs, and that's a good start. Carranza with a liner right up the middle.
Good job. Carranza kept her bat back, kept her weight back. Strom came in with an off-speed pitch, a little bit low, and she just looped it right over the first base, right over second base. So you got a runner on first for the Wildcats.
And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Ali Tapia. She's flown out twice, once to center, once to left. So she's gotten a bit under it, hasn't really squared it up quite yet. If she does, she has that pop. But at this point, you just want to get on base. That one lifted in the right, coming on to make the play again. In right field, there's Melissa Lopez for out number 1.
1 down with the runner on first. That ball was held up just a little bit by the wind, allowing the right fielder to get under that ball. So Carranza is still on first base with 1 out.
Yeah, the second time Tapia has kind of let one, got under it, and the wind has kind of held it back. As we mentioned, the wind coming in. As we're here set up, that one fired to first, trying to keep Carranza close. It trickles away, but not far enough to advance. We're set up out here beyond the left center field fence, so we could feel the wind coming through our back, so it's coming onto the outfield grass, if you will. Brianna Sandoval, 0 for 2 so far, and Strom is going to paint the outside half to even the count at 1 apiece.
You know, I just want to give a shout out to this field crew here in Brawley. This field looks excellent. Grass is so nice and so thick, and this is definitely an outstanding venue for a softball game, and a wonderful evening tonight.
Absolutely. Great night, great field, great softball game. That one fouled behind the backstop, and making the play behind the dish is Annalise Gutierrez.
She had a great job filling that ball. She threw her mask off, looked up, found it, located the ball, came on, turned around, ready to take a shot at Carranza if she decided to go to second base. She did a great job on that. We've got 2 down, runner at first for the Wildcats.
So Brawley down to their final out. Kaylee Strom looking for the complete game shutout, and it's Jocelyn Ubense who might have the final word. That one down for ball 1.
You know, both pitchers tonight didn't have any walks, so their control was amazing tonight on both sides, both the Wildcats and the Vikings. A great job in the circle there with their pitch, with the pitch quality and their ability to keep it down low but still keep it within the strike zone.
Yeah, phenomenal job on both ends. It was just Holtville that came out early. That one's going to clip Ubense, and it's going to keep Brawley's 7th inning alive here.
I guess I spoke a little bit too soon. Wasn't a base on balls, but she did kind of clip the batter a little bit. So now we've got runners at first and second, 2 outs for the Wildcats.
So a little bit of a threat here. Brawley has not had much of this since really the first inning. They had 2 on, nobody out, and they grounded into a double play. That's kind of been a theme for tonight. Both teams kind of hitting into inning-ending double plays. Brawley's done it twice, but outside of that, they have not had 2 runners on base at the same time. A base hit here could make things interesting, because then you'd bring the tying run up in the on-deck circle. Well, that one's in there for a strike. Caitlin Padilla steps in. She's 0 for 2, struck out swinging back in the 5th inning.
Strom came back with a strike. She hit the batter. She came back strong here.
Strom leaning in. She has that pose. She leans down, fires. That's a chopper. Cameron Walker on to first, and that'll do it. Holtville wins this one 5-0 on the road, and they have opened up Imperial Valley League play with a big road win and a complete game shutout from Callie Strom. Brawley had a chance there in the 7th. They got a couple of base runners on, but it's Caitlin Padilla bouncing out. The theme of the night tonight, Sandy, a lot of balls on the ground, pretty efficient play in the infield, but it was, you know, Callie Strom just a little bit of an upper hand on Dylan Baker in the circle.
Right. She put the ball. She allowed the Brawley players to put the ball on the ground, and Brawley pitcher did the same as well. There were a couple of nice, strong hits there, but all in all, it was a very nice, quality game. You know, 5-0. It was a good game, and I think that both teams are going to have a successful IVL season.
So a 5-0 victory for Holtville. They are now 1-0 in Imperial Valley League play. They moved to 14-7 overall. Brawley falls to 15-7 overall. 0-1 in Imperial Valley League play. You've been watching Valley Sports Network. Your post-game brought to you by Ojeda Industries, hydraulic service repair, hoses, hose fittings, and adapters. Hoses up to 2 inches in stock, bearings and seals, tillage and trailer parts. And also, we live by our mission in every situation. Do what is right for the patient. Reach Air Medical Services. We provide emergency services, patient relocation services, and search and rescue missions via air and ground transports as part of the Global Medical Response family. We also have Havens & Sons Trucking Incorporated. Havens & Sons is the largest selection of landscape materials in the Imperial Valley, from dirt, decorative rock to boulders. Stop by and browse our retail rock yard at 603 East Main Street in El Centro. An original town pump. The Pump Steakhouse, family steakhouse, open Tuesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30 p.m., located at 200 West Main Street in Westmoreland. 5-0 the final. Cole Johnson and Sandy Nugent in this one. We look 5-0 Holtville even now. They're over there running sprints after the win.
That's right. That's right. Getting ready for the next games. Next up.
Yep, so next up for Holtville in this one, we got quite a bit of wind here in Brawley. The next one for Holtville will be Central on Friday night. That one in El Centro. And for Brawley, who's now falling to 15-7, they will take on Southwest at Southwest on Friday. So a couple more games Friday. And then we have that, a 5-0 final, and we'll be right back. We have a special guest coming on here. You've been watching the Valley Sports Network. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Welcome back to Brawley. We just finished up here. Opening game of the Imperial Valley League. 5-0 win for Holtville. I'm now joined by Coach Melissa Snyder. Give me your thoughts on that. Great game.
We got out to a quick start. We had a plan, worked on it all week, and we stayed with it and just executed. Fun day. Real fun day.
Yeah, I saw you came out. You guys were swinging at that first pitch every time. Was that kind of your approach coming into today?
Part of it. We had a couple different things that we really wanted to work on. We saw Brawley in Vegas, and they saw us, obviously. So we had a little bit of an idea of what they were going to bring, and the same goes for them. They had an idea of what we were going to bring, you know. But going off that, we just utilized what we knew and what our strengths were to create a game plan against this specific group, and we stuck with it, and it was successful.
Yeah, you mentioned you just met them a couple weeks ago. Lost a close one, 9-7.
9-7.
You come out here today and you kind of shut them down. Kelly did a great job keeping the ball on the ground there.
Yes.
They didn't really display their offense that they had. You guys did a great job, sound in the field. How does it feel as a coach to see that and what you guys came out bouncing back from that loss just 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was great. When we played them in Vegas, it was a hitter's game on both sides. I think Brawley had 3 home runs. We had 1. The wind was a big factor for both of the defenses. So we knew that the game plan was going to be different just because of the weather that we were in. But it was a great day. Great day. We had a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to the rest of the action here in the IVL.
Yeah, you got a couple big weeks here. You got to play these Imperial Valley League teams twice each. It's a grind for a couple of weeks here. But getting that first one, how much does that mean to just get that first one out of the way?
It's huge. That first inning, I think, was even bigger. You know, we're going to fight for the IVL title, and so is Brawley, so is Southwest, so is Central. So for us to just get out here, play, relax, and score in the first inning, that was a lot of fun. It was good to see my girls come out into a big game, and I always tell them, you know, hey, if we want big outcomes, we got to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, and I really think they did that today.
Yeah, you mentioned you guys kind of want to come in here with an underdog mentality. You guys can play with anybody. Coach, great job. Congratulations and thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
So we'll be right back. Stick with us. We have one more. We got your player of the game coming up right after this.
Reducing energy use during the summer is more important than ever. This summer, IID encourages you to do your part by setting your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, avoiding the use of large appliances between 4 and 9 p.m., and turning off all unnecessary lighting. But there's more. IID provides a number of summer energy-saving opportunities to help you make the most of your energy savings efforts. Check out our tips and energy saving guides at IID.com. Let's work together to stay cool and save energy this summer.
All right, now we have our player of the game. We just talked to Coach Melissa Snyder. Now we got Callie Strom with me. An incredible game. Complete game shutout, only allowed 4 hits in this one. How did it feel out there tonight for you?
I was really relaxed, really loose. I knew coming in, obviously we had just come off a loss in Las Vegas, but I knew we could battle with them, and I just told myself, like, we have nothing to lose. Like, I just wanted to treat it like any other game. I didn't want to think about IVL game for, like, fighting for the league title. For me, I just wanted to remind myself, like, I've pitched in games before, and I know that I can do it, and so just being out there, being relaxed, being loose, and having fun with my defense behind me, it's really amazing.
Yeah, your defense did incredible tonight. You had a lot of nice plays. It's like just making it look easy over there, especially on the left side with Cameron and your third baseman, Sophie.
Yes.
They did a great job. How much pressure does that take off of you, off of your shoulders, when these girls can make plays all out in the field?
Oh, so much pressure, because I know that I don't have to be perfect, because my defense behind me they'll have my back and they'll pick me up. Even like in the earlier innings, there was a really hard hit ball at Sophie, and it was a missed pitch, but Sophie still made the play, threw her out at first, and I knew it's moments like that where I know, like, my defense has my back and I can count on them.
Yeah, and you guys made such a nice run last year into the CIF. So a game like this, you know, like you said, you just treat it like every other game. I talked to your coach the other day, Coach Snyder, and she said you guys just kind of take each game one at a time.
Yes.
You want to play it as kind of the underdog mentality. You can beat anyone in this league, any team you ever play that comes and plays you guys. So when you come out and play a game like this, everything clicks. How does it feel for you?
It's the greatest feeling, because we know that everything we've worked so hard in during practice, everything that we've prepared for, and to see it all come together is really the best feeling.
All right. Awesome job.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
That's all we have. There's your player of the game, Callie Strom. A complete game shutout. Holtville winning the first game of the Imperial Valley League. 5-0 on the road against Brawley. You've been watching the Valley Sports Network. We'll be back for more later this season. Have a great night.